Welcome back, guys, to the Orlando Huskies franchise. It is week 9 of season 7. The 5-3 Huskies taking on the 4-3 Denver Broncos in Orlando. Huskies looking to win 4 straight games against the Broncos team, which is only a game behind them in the division. Take a 2-game lead with a win here, as McMillan with a nice tackle on the opening kickoff. As Julian Hurd still remains the QB for the Broncos. With 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, had 6 interceptions so far on the year. Looks like a down year for some of the big quarterbacks in the AFC. The Huskies defense is looking to take advantage of a weak Broncos offense. 1st and 10 now. Hurd right across the middle. It's Yarbrough, as those two have stayed together the past 7 seasons. As the Broncos, Dennis Davis not on the team anymore. Rose or Brazil, I should say, with a nice run right there. We'll see some dual action at running back between Rose and Brazil in the backfield. 2nd and 3 from the 38. Hurd checks it down as Bishop knocks the tight end out at the 47-yard line. As this is something the Huskies defense cannot do, is allow Hurd to get into a rhythm here. But CJ on the sack as Donovan Grimes got in immediately, forced him out, and CJ Hunter gets a huge sack as he hasn't got a lot of those recently, but sack here makes it 2nd and 15. As Gage beat across the middle, Keith Jackson can't bring him down. Shane can't bring him down. Gage pushes him out at the 19-yard line. And speaking of Keith Jackson, he has another dev game this week for a chance to become a superstar safety for this Huskies defense. As Shane and McCain with a nice tackle on Rose there for only a 1-yard gain. Also on offense, we have another dev game. QB Josh has a dev game, and it's going to be a rough one for him to try and go up to superstar, but we're going to try. As Gage was a tackle there, 3rd and inches. Banks with the 2nd catch of the game, and the Broncos are moving the ball pretty easily on this Huskies defense, but a 3rd and inches from the 10-yard line. The Broncos drop back the pass, and Bishop just a step late on it. The tight end Bryant picks up the 1st down. And now a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Hurd under center. As wide open in the end zone, Yarbrough standing all alone. CJ Hunter misses a sack on Hurd, who is running for his life out there. In an easy drive for the Broncos offense. Up 7-0. As the Broncos are not too good of a team on offense, and one of the worst offenses in the league, and easily went down the field and scored. But here comes Josh and the Huskies offense looking to match their touchdown here. As Josh has 2,300 yards on the season, 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. And the interceptions numbers are definitely going to have to go down as this season continues. 1st and 10 from the 25. Josh under center here. It's a handoff to Drew Stevens, who picks up 6 on the 1st down carry. Second and 4 from the 31 now. Josh in gun. Drops back the pass. Finds Hunter across the middle, and that's a laser for 17. Josh the Hunter has been at an all-time elite category this season. 1st and 10 from the 48 now. Play action pass. And Josh just goes underneath to Jamal Lacey, picking up 8 on that catch. Now a 2nd and 2 from the 44. A 4-receiver set here for the Huskies. And it's going to go to Drew Stevens. And Stevens has a ton of running room. And Stevens down to the 11-yard line after a huge run. 1st and 10 from the 11 now. Huskies already in business. Josh back in gun here. And he takes a sack, losing 11 on the play. The multiple Broncos defenders coming on that one. Now a 2nd and 11 from the 23-yard line. Josh under center here. Has Peterson wide open, and Peterson drops it. Probably would have walked into the end zone with no one close to him. And Peterson with a bad drop, bringing up a 3rd and 22 now from the 23-yard line. As Josh had Peterson had a step on his DB and just sailed that one into the stands. As a promising drive ends with a bad drop and a bad sack, and now Sammy Leak comes out on the field, making it a 7-3 ball game late in this 1st quarter. James Aldridge will kick this one deep to around the 3-yard line. It's where the Broncos will return it, as Huffman and Kitchens able to bring him down at the 24-yard line. And the Broncos come out with 3 tight ends on the field. Hurd under center. They drop back the pass. Caden with a nice tackle on Bryant there. Will Bryant, a downgrade from the tight ends we've seen on the Broncos, but having a solid season so far. As this will bring us to the 2nd quarter. Broncos up 7-3 with ball. As the Huskies defense is going to have to try and get them off the field here. 2 big dev games that could change this season. Hurd drops back the pass here. And a nice hit by Bishop, forcing the ball loose on the running back Rose. Bringing up a 3rd and 6 now for this Broncos offense. As they send a blitz. Keith Jackson with a drop pick. Getting the Broncos off the field, but a missed opportunity towards his dev game. But the deflection still helps, as Anthony Reddick, the speedster back there for the Huskies, brings it down to the 30-yard line. Here comes Josh in the offense, back out on the field, down 4. Trips to the left. Josh across the middle of the field to Damian, fits it in for a 1st down. Damian, along with Hunter, having a career year halfway through the season. Now a 1st and 10 from the 41. It's a handoff to Drew Stevens, as Stevens trucking his way forward down to the 41-yard line. Already over 50 yards on the game on 3 carries. And now a 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Josh hits Damian in stride down to the 22-yard line. A nice job by Josh there, getting them down to the 22-yard line once again. And this run goes to Isaiah Flynn for a 4-yard pickup. Now a 2nd and 6 from the 18-yard line. Lacey and Sutherland in the backfield with Josh. And it's a handoff to Steven Sutherland. Sutherland down to the 1, nearly getting into the end zone. A great run by Steven Sutherland right there. 1st and goal from the 1. Josh to Drew Stevens. Stevens can't get into the end zone. Second and goal from the 1. Now a bunch to the left for Josh here. As it's picked off by a defensive lineman. German picks Josh off in the end zone. As I don't know what Kylo was doing in the end zone. If he would have just sat down in between the zones, it would have been wide open. That's what Josh was anticipating. As a nice tackle there by Keith Jackson. But Josh was anticipating for Kylo to sit right in the zone, and he's kind of running all over the place and ends up getting picked off. As that one, a risky pass in the double coverage. Cole's in the area, brings up a 3rd and 10 from the 6-yard line. As Steven Stanton picks off Hurd, and the Huskies are back in the red zone at the 12-yard line. As a nice play by Steven Stanton, who looked to be beat on the play. Now a 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. As Jarvis Peterson absolutely demolished across the middle from Clinton. Brings up a 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line. Trips to the left now for Josh. It's Drew Stevens, who would have walked into the end zone for a touchdown and drops it. That is the 2nd time already this half a Huskies playmaker has dropped a touchdown. Now 3rd and 10 from the 12. Josh into the end zone. Drew Stevens makes up for it. Touchdown Huskies. What a throw by Josh. Fitting it right in between the deep blue and the flat. As the Huskies take a 10-7 lead now after a Steven Stanton turnover. As he started slow to this season, has slowly started to pick it up, as the whole defense has. As a group tackle at the 21-yard line, as the Broncos kick returner hurt on the play. Is a 1st and 10 from the 21. 3 tight ends on the field for the Broncos once again, and CJ Hunter with a great tackle on Rose. Loss of 2. As this is not the same Broncos offense we're used to out here. As struggling once again. 2nd and 12. Across the middle, Steven Stanton with a nice play on Mentor. Now a 3rd and 12 from the 19-yard line. Can the Broncos pick it up here? Across the middle, wide open downfield. Huffman got too deep. Wasn't able to come back up and help out. Now a 1st and 10 from the 48, but the 2-minute warning now. Huskies up 3, allowing a 3rd and 12 conversion by the Broncos. See if the Huskies defense can get a stop here with 2 minutes left. A screen play by the Broncos. As Rose just runs out at the 41 to stop the clock with 1:55 left here. 1st and 10 now. As Brazil off to the races, steps out at the 23-yard line, and the Broncos are taking advantage of some of these weak formations by the Huskies defense with only 3 down linemen. Now a 1st and 10 from the 23. Huskies send a blitz. Keith Jackson was in perfect position. Couldn't make a play on the football. Brazil down to the 3-yard line. And now a 1st and goal from the 3. The Broncos decide to pass here. Wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortez banks into the end zone, wide open. The Broncos take a 14-10 lead. There's too many chunk plays allowed by this Huskies defense. After a really good start, couldn't finish the drive, and now down 4 with 1:04 left in this first half. As Gage will return it from the goal line, only brings it back to the 17-yard line. As Drew Stevens having a solid game, 4 carries, 57 yards, has a receiving touchdown as well. 1st and 10 from the 17, a bunch to the right here for the Huskies. Josh gonna try and roll out, hit, fumbles, Broncos football. Down to the 13-yard line as Josh tried to use his speed and the Broncos make him pay. Now a 1st and 10 from the 13. The Broncos can go up by 2 scores here. As they go underneath. As Yarbrough hurt away from the play, and that is a huge loss. Huge loss for this Broncos offense. 2nd and 1 from the 4-yard line. Easy touchdown. Travis Mentor gets in for the Broncos. A 21-10 ball game. Huskies with 2 bad turnovers. One in the red zone by a miscommunication with the receiver. And then that fumble, giving the Broncos a 2-possession lead here. With 42 seconds left before half, still time to work. See what the Huskies come out and do. They come out and empty, 1st and 10. Right to Hunter underneath, picking up a 1st down and a timeout by the Huskies. Quick timeout call brings up a 1st and 10 from the 37. A bunch to the right. As they're going to have to move quickly as Kylo hangs onto that one and gets out at the 50-yard line. Staying in a bunch set for the Huskies here. Nearly picked off across the middle. Tried to go to Damien on the angle route. But Roth, one of the better DBs on the Broncos, not having any of it. Now a 2nd and 10 from the 58. Trips to the left. Sutherland in the backfield now. Anthony Reddick destroyed across the middle of the field. A nice ball by Josh, but nearly got his receiver killed. 3rd and 10 from the 50 now. Josh tried to go to Hunter, incomplete. And now a 4th down. Huskies will have to punt as a great blitz by the Broncos. As James Aldridge will kick this one deep. As a great punt by James Aldridge. Tyrone Johnson able to down it at the 5-yard line. See if the Huskies can possibly get a safety here. 1st and 10 from the 5. Hurd under center. A nice play by Grimes and a timeout by the Huskies. Desperately trying to force a turnover here. 2nd and 11 from the 4. I formation here for the Broncos. As Keith with a nice tackle there. And now a 3rd and 10 from the 5. As the Huskies can't force a turnover or a safety. That'll bring us to halftime. The Huskies down 11. And they're just going to have to stop turning the ball over. And on defense, going to have to get some pressure after Hurd and stop the big plays. That's what's been hurting us, the third and long completions. And they've been good otherwise on defense. Is a 1st and 10 from the 25 now. 2 tight ends on the field for the Huskies. It's a handoff to Drew Stevens. Picks up 4 on that carry. Second and 6 from the 29 now. 4 receiver set for the Huskies. It's a check down to Drew Stevens, who's pushed forward for a first down. Down at the 39-yard line. Josh over 100 yards on the game. 1st and 10 from the 39 now. Josh hit as he threw it. Incomplete on the play. Luckily, it didn't go any further. A 2nd and 10 now from the 39. Josh under center here. Isaiah Flynn in the backfield. Great blocking downfield. Flynn breaks a tackle. Flynn is off to the races. Isaiah Flynn with his longest run of his career down to the 26-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 26. Trips to the left for the Huskies here. Play action pass. Hunter across the middle. Couldn't hang on to it. Incomplete. Brings up a 2nd and 10 now from the 26. Josh under center here. That one goes to Jamal Lacey for a 4-yard completion. Jamal's 2nd catch of the game. Now an empty look on 3rd and 6 from the 21. Huskies desperately trying to score. Josh to Hunter. Hangs on to that one. Down to the 13-yard line. 3rd catch of the game for Hunter. As Josh back under center from the 13. Sutherland in the backfield for the Huskies. And met behind the line of scrimmage. A great blitz sent by the Broncos. And I believe that's Thorpe who made the tackle. Another blitz sent by the Broncos. And now Stanford able to get home on Josh. As these blitzes have been coming in all game long. And the Huskies just haven't been prepared for him. Now a 3rd and 22 from the 25-yard line. Empty look here for the Huskies as Josh has Hunter wide open on the play. Hunter's into the end zone for a Huskies touchdown. Hunter Purcell into the end zone. What a run. Now a 2-point conversion attempt to make it a 3-point game. It's a handoff to Drew Stevens, and he's in for the 2. 21-18 now with 3:21 left in the 3rd quarter. A great job by the Huskies offense, being able to score and convert the 2-point conversion. As Mentor down to the 28-yard line, as you saw Dylan trying to punch the ball out. Now a 1st and 10 from the 28. Hurd under center with a Rose in the backfield. As Rose has a lot of running room. Tackled down by Juan Coles at the 46-yard line. As we desperately need a stop here on defense in a 3-point game. 1st and 10 from the 46. Fizzle Hatcher came in, hit Hurd, but Banks wide open underneath for a 9-yard completion. There's still no Yarbrough out on the field. Could be a serious injury for the Broncos, but a 2nd and 1 from the 45. The Huskies send a blitz. Gage, blood good in perfect position on Travis Mentor, picking off Hurd for it. Hurd's second pick of the game now. And now the Huskies have the ball, down 3. Josh with a bubble screen to Jarvis Peterson. Only a 1-yard completion though. Bringing up a 2nd and 9 from the 41. Drew Stevens falling forward for a pickup of 3. Bringing up a third and medium now. Clinton for the Broncos has been all over the field so far today. 3rd and 6 from the 44. Empty look here for the Huskies. Another blitz by the Broncos. Josh tried to get it to Connor Kelly. Lit up on the play across the middle. Incomplete. And now James Aldridge on the punt this ball deep. Mentor fair caught it at the 13-yard line, but the pick by Hurd goes unscathed by the Broncos as their defense has been playing very well all game. Now a 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Multiple Huskies linebackers in the area. Bishop and White able to make a tackle. Bringing up a 2nd and 8. From the 16-yard line. White with another tackle. Good tackle by White, and he's been all over the field since he's been back from injury. And now an empty look here for the Broncos on 3rd and 3 from the 20. Can the Huskies get him off the field? And great coverage by Dillon, forcing a bad throw by Hurd, and the Huskies get him off the field. Great job by the Huskies defense so far in this second half, as Reddick is back there for the 2nd time this game, bringing it to the right. Couldn't use his speed to get past everybody, but Huskies will begin the 4th quarter with the ball down 3. Trying to win and trying to get a couple of dev games, but don't know if those are possible anymore. 1st and 10 from the 40. Play action pass, as Josh just checks it down to Damian, who fights for a 4-yard pickup on the play. Second and 6 from the 43. Josh and gun here with Stevens to his left. Jarvis Peterson downfield, and Josh puts it right on the money, down to the 28-yard line on the slant route. And it's probably more of a crosser than a slant, but huge completion for the Huskies. 1st and 10 now. It's a handoff to Drew Stevens. Picks up 6 on that carry, averaging 10 yards a carry. Also has a couple of big catches. Second and 4 from the 22 now. Trips to the left for the Huskies. Kylo hangs onto that one, down at the 10-yard line. Empty look now for the Huskies on 1st and 10 from the 10. Josh to the end zone, has Hunter, and overthrew him, as the Broncos decided to man up Clinton with Hunter. Not a bad decision, but they get bailed out by a bad throw by Josh. 2nd and 10 from the 10 now. This one's a handoff to Sutherland. Only picks up 2, and now Thorpe hurt on the play. The Broncos' best cornerback. Bringing up a 3rd and 8 from the 8-yard line now. Have to score if you're here, if you're the Huskies here. Hits Connor Kelly underneath, brings up a 4th and 3. Big decision here from Coach Paul. What do you do? And he's going to leave the offense on the field on 4th and 3 from the 3-yard line. Josh rolling to his right. Drew Stevens, touchdown Huskies! What a play! Josh couldn't outrun him, had Drew Stevens in the flat underneath, and just lofted it to him for a Huskies touchdown, and that's Drew Stevens' second receiving touchdown this game. As the Huskies now have a 25-21 lead midway through this fourth quarter. As Shane is flying down the field on that kick return, tackle him down at the 21-yard line. See if this Huskies team can end up pulling away with this victory after being down 11. As the receiver coming in motion, and CJ Hunter blew it up but couldn't make the tackle. Keith Jackson with a nice tackle on Beckham after a 4-yard carry. And now a 2nd and 6 from the 25. Empty look here for the Broncos. It's Keith Jackson with another tackle. He's flying all over the field today. But Brazil with another tough catch. Bringing up a 1st and 10 from the 35. Hurd under center. Receiver coming in motion. And Caden's there to bring down Banks for a loss of 2. Both of the edge rushers, CJ and Caden, both made really good plays on him. One made a tackle, the other one didn't. 2nd and 12 from the 33 now. Shane with a nice tackle, but Rose fell forward for a couple more. Picks up 7 on that catch. Bringing up 3rd and 5 from the 40. As Vigil Hatcher coming across the middle, but Mentor beats Steven Stanton, and Keith Jackson just couldn't come across the middle fast enough. As that's going to be the 2-minute warning. Broncos down 4, but driving. Can the Huskies defense get a stop here? 1st and 10 from the 38. As he's taking a deep shot there, as Dylan nearly makes a game-changing interception. Blanketed the receiver on that route. Now after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line. Empty look here for Hurd. As they go with a screen, but Gage Bloodgood, Gage Bloodgood all over that one, losing 2 on the play. As a 3rd and 12 from the 40. The Broncos decide to run the ball here. As it pays off, as Brazil picks up the 1st down, as Huffman and Shane couldn't bring him down. A questionable call ends up getting them the 1st down. Now he goes underneath, and Kirkpatrick with a nice tackle there. 2nd and 4 from the 21-yard line now. The Huskies send a blitz, and Kitchen comes in for the sack. Is a timeout by the Broncos with 1 minute and 2 left. Brings up a 3rd and 12. As Shane O'Neal was in perfect position, but Will Bryant, the tight end, comes away with it. Touchdown, Broncos. And now have a 3-point lead with 56 seconds left. And Shane, after having a really good couple games, gets beat there. As Gage brings it to the 20-yard line. Now the Huskies will have 53 seconds left to drive down the field and at least kick a field goal. Empty look here for the Huskies to begin their drive. As Josh is sacked on 1st down, and they're going to have to waste one of their timeouts early. Might have had something open deep, but Didn't see it in time. Now a 2nd and 21 from the 8-yard line. As the Broncos sent a blitz and Hunter is wide open. The Huskies are going to have to hurry up back to the line here. 1st and 10 from the 31. 25 seconds left and counting. Josh downfield. Connor Kelly. Can he do it again? Tripped up at the 22-yard line. Connor merely did it again. What a tackle. Now 1st and 10 from the 22. 4 receiver set from the Huskies. Josh rolling out. Has Kylo, end zone, touchdown Huskies. And what a drive by the Huskies. The Broncos were not ready for the Huskies after that huge sack. They thought it was over. And the Huskies, 3 plays, drive the entire field. And what a drive from Josh, putting 3 balls on the money back to back to back to give the Huskies a 4-point lead here. They would need a miracle to come back in this one, as the Broncos are going to attempt a Hail Mary here. 1st and 10 from the 24. As they throw it away on 1st down. Now 3 seconds left. Can the Huskies avoid disaster here? As they go underneath, and Gage Bloodgood picks him off for his 2nd pick of the game, sealing the deal for the Huskies, moving their record to 5-3 on the season. As a really nice game from Josh. 118 QB rating, 20 of 32, 286 yards, 4 touchdowns. Had the 1 interception, which wasn't even really his fault. As Drew Stevens, every running back really had a really good game on the ground. As Hunter led the team in catches and yards, 5 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown. Drew Stevens with 2 huge touchdowns. Kylo with a game-winning touchdown. Damian, Connor, and Jarvis all solid as well. As a sack allowed from Steven Robinson and Benji Wilson. As Keith Jackson led the team in tackles with 8. Also, Grimes, Caden, Kitchens, Gage, CJ, and Keith Jackson all had a tackle for loss, and Kitchens and CJ had a sack. 2-pick game for Gage, 1 from Steven Staten, a pass deflection from Bishop and Keith Jackson. And the Huskies move to 5-3 on the season, take a 2-game lead in the division, and keep on their 4-game winning streak. And we'll see if they can move it to 5 next week. So I'll see y'all in week 10. Peace.